And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well. This is the second live show that I've been recording all day long. I'll talk about what I'm trying to do with elevating consciousness, and then we can practice some live meditation if you like. All right. All right, so now that I'm in, I have some milk. The first thing that I'll talk about is, the different manifestations of 144 that I'm noticing. I want this mostly to be a spiritual show. The first show of the day is the show that I do straight out of the gym, right? Right now I have the energy residue of the public, but it wasn't Starbucks. I'm going to Saturday Market locally, and then sometimes I see negative energy residue from Trump supporters that aren't very intelligent. And so a lot of people aren't aware of the psyops, and a lot of Trump supporters don't appreciate me when I, thank you for the like, when I come to their aid and shit and I talk about the text messages. They're just not really smart folks. Furthermore, the Tucker Carlson understanding of the Great Replacement Theory is just mostly pointed at certain groups. There should be more that they do, right, to recognize decent brown people in America that aren't migrants. If the thumbs up I give disappears, it's possible the woman of the truth movement or the succubus entity is visiting the live streams. So you think it could be psychological warfare, like psychic attack from a human female who's playing games? Is that what you mean? So with Evan here, it seems like there's been an increased spirituality and then search for the truth. It's like the more the spiritual men load up on the channel, basically, we become stronger, especially if I get my victim consciousness neutralized so that we can all grow and shit. If I stop thinking self-destructive things about myself and allow me to be strong in this sense, so I'm going to be talking, this is a continuation of the Confidence Life coaching. You know, a woman told me years ago who I briefly had a fling with, who is blonde, very developed, had many children, a real authentic MILF. Never really talked about her much. She lived in Tigard, Oregon. Don't know if she's really in the audience. One time she tried to correct me, and she's like, to me, you complain a lot about alpha males. To me, you are this shit. You are alpha. She had a hard time with me putting myself down. The truth is, a lot of women, they cannot be sexually or even mentally or even philosophically in some cases attracted to a man who puts himself down. And so a man really has to then not listen to many women if he's to build up his own confidence. Understand that many women are not on the same side. So we'll spread the different consciousness topics. Many spiritual women are being drawn to me at this time, and they are black. And so what's being shown to me at this time is also the repeating numbers. All right. So we're going to show you the repeating number now. And so, Evan, you would say that I'm maybe on the right path with narrowing the focus to helping men right now on the channel. And I'm still helping women. They're being helped if I help men. But basically, if I'm drawing them to me, there's a number of reasons why we can speculate why that is. Okay, we'll come back to that. So 144, I told myself, I don't want to spend $6 on organic because I can't afford it. I don't want to cry and e-bag per se, but I do want to encourage donations via PayPal, and there is a link down below. And I'm going to create an Amazon wish list full of healthy food items and supplements so that I can continue to eat healthy and stay away from the store. I'm going to share a lot with you today. Now, there is a woman at a grocery store who I'm attracted to who looks lesbian and non-binary. And attraction is not always sexual. This is what a lot of modern humans don't understand. A lot of us are attracted to maybe people that we knew in other lifetimes. We feel an attraction maybe because they're suffering and we want to heal them and fix them. Who knows what it is? But I feel a non-sexual attraction to women now that's very, very strong. and a very strong desire to heal the women that have the genetic capability within them to evolve DNA-wise to love. And what I'll notice from the woman that I give a lot of thought to when I see her, because she used to make a lot of eye contact with me, is that, as I suspect, these lesbian-looking white women, and don't be defensive as men, they're totally down with white men. Gay men, tall men, white men, black men. When the anti-man sediment within them is really more like anti-spiritual man or anti-men like me. And I've said it before, I've said it again, if you ever come across a female who's like part white, part Celtic, part Anglo, part Austrian, part Afghani, part Indian, maybe you should introduce us. The fact of the matter is, that alone isn't going to mean that she's conscious or the right one for me. Someone left a comment recently saying, bro, we need to get you laid so that you're a better, as long as he understands. And I commented, replied, he didn't reply back. He was a black guy, but we need more spiritual heterosexual guys in the audience. He was just like, bro, you got to just pop your load into some bitch. Then that's not a conscious brother that we need in the audience. If he's conscious, he's like, oh, you need a spiritual one who isn't like laying down with a bunch of dogs and shit. So you can have like that tantric connection and love the one you're with. And that's what the women don't get. They're nasty. They're nasty, nasty, nasty. If they're even considering dating, that aren't trying to change the world. They're just trying to get off. Then how's that better than being a dog? So you were born hot. Yeah, God gifted you so you can maybe heal good men with your panocha. Yeah, just being loosey-goosey just because you want to explore is some nasty shit. And that's why, in the end, I'm the ultimate life coach for a good dad. To prevent your daughter from becoming another American whore. How about them apples? We can just be real direct and clear about the role I am to play. That I'm here to be a life coach for you dads out there, because I'm not a dad. Hopefully some of you dads out there are taking my stuff seriously. So what's being shown to me at the Saturday market? What women are being drawn to me and what women are just being disgusted by me? The Latinas look at me from a distance going, shh, look, spirit man. No bueno. That's what's happening. The haughty Latinas, they don't like my ass, and they never ever will. My lusting for them is shaitan. They ain't even my people. So fucked up. I'm so like that. Anyway, the spiritual black woman, on the other hand, she's like, hey, look at you. I'm sitting there meditating, and guess who? I'm meditating. No woman ever comes up and gives me a hug and then gets away with me real quick before I can start talking crazy. She's been psychic enough. She's been watching me. Then I talked to her friend. Now, I always mark the live chat replay so people could see the energy exchange between me, people in chat, but it's not showing it that I can tell. So I'm going to be real clear on what's being said. And I do remove people that are just like lower than consciousness because they make me feel, they take me away from my focus and I become stupid. Basically, when stupid people arrive in the chat, and you're like, the purple, I like turtles. We have to remove the person. Hey, this is why we have comments off to begin with. And the purpose of the is to shut down the comment section entirely so Evan doesn't get a chance to speak. But if Evan starts going, I'm an archon now, then we just got to shut the whole thing down. It's just a bad sign. And if we have a hot woman who's susceptible to mind control, we won't mention names anymore because they're psychically sensitive. Too bad they won't use their psychic powers to be nice to me. And so if we have like a dumb woman with psychic inclination, she'll be like, I'm in the comment section. Look at me. And then she'll become psychically attacked and shit by people looking at her going, you shouldn't talk to him. You shouldn't like him. And then she'll be like, you're right. I don't like him. You're right. He's bad. You're right. You're no good. You're a demon. What the fuck? And so women that are obsessed with these screens, they're not in their right mind. They're loco. We do regular polling here at OTB TV, and I kind of moved beyond calling it OTB TV, but we'll bring it back if you like it, if it gets you hot. Today on OTB TV, the power of the cell phone. So in essence, and we'll give you another video because I already did the rant. The cell phone's the market that's for now. I'm calling it. And it's the gateway to something else. Many people took the mark by becoming cell phone addicts. They're ready for the mark. Now let's go to Evan's comment. Evan says, and I quote, YouTube removes my thumbs up. I think that's probable. Evan, do you think that they would attack my heavy bag videos because I verbalize that I have some sort of a psychological attachment? Because I look at those heavy bag videos and there's no likes in some cases but mine. There's no way all you men are thinking that I'm feminine and shit for the bag videos. People are verbalizing that they like the videos. You know what I mean? They don't email me and they don't. One time an old fling got all wet because she hadn't seen me in a while, and she went and found all my self-defense videos. She's like, oh, bro, you got to be a teacher. I knew she was nutting her pants, frying on Molly. She was just having a moment. Oh, we did it hardcore doggy for years. Well, months. She got the full prana and she was missing it. She was missing the ultimate ride from Mr. Shorty. Big girl. I was able to love him bigger once in a while, as long as you don't go out of control with it. You know, you sweet talk me, tell me that I'm an awesome truther, then we can get it real rock hard, like that song, solid as a rock. No problem, ladies. No problem. Now, I told you I'm ready to do porn. I'm ready for the full thing, but I don't think I'm throwing that out there for my audience. I don't think you're at that level of sexual maturity, unfortunately. I'm totally kidding. I'm not going to do that, but I have a parallel universe consciousness. In a parallel universe, in a parallel reality, I would be a bad boy. In a parallel universe, I would be a gangster. In a parallel universe, I'd be a porno store. In a star, not store. That's nasty. In a parallel universe, I would do clickbait. In a parallel universe, I'd have bitches and hoes downtown and shit. I go collect my money. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, honestly, I got one person to stop watching because sometimes I have to just keep pushing it and pushing it till they can't end up. But I made a vow to myself, no more bitching about you having to go pick up your kids at church and band school. This is another sign from God. 9, 2025, 2025. Okay. YouTube says it could be a lot more risky dealing with Celtic or Scandinavian women. You're hitting the nail on the head. Evan, the guy that got me into heroin, was a Scandinavian supremacist. Now, get back to me on that one. You want to talk about the Archons? Dude was a Scandinavian supremacist. Just wouldn't admit it. So we'll get back to that. Could be a lot more risky dealing with Celtic or Scandinavian women than Latina women who are spiritual, because of that archonic Odin spirit that can possess them. I'm not saying all are bad. And so that Odin spirit possessed the people of Pagosa Springs. You're like one of the first men to a word. So the men, I don't know if you're going to start a YouTube channel, but you're showing that you have the aptitude to figure out what I'm talking about. Whereas years and years of men would be like, dude, what's he talking about? He's entertaining. Or at least if they thought it themselves, they certainly never use the comment section. In years that I have the comment section to be deep, to write paragraphs. It usually would be a sentence, an emoji, clapping, and things like that nature, you know? So this is, and then we can also affect the consciousness of 6 viewers and 2 likes. Right now we're half that at 3-1. And since we talked about 6-2, Evan, I'm seeing 6-2 everywhere. 6-2 and then 6-4. When I'm ready for it, dude, I've had coffee in hours. I'm fine. I'm relaxed, fine. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Here. But I told you, I'm not drinking the gas station coffee. I'm consistently drinking that stuff that's spiked with ginkgo, with ashwagandha. I'm literally dropping acid every day. I'm kidding. Men's multivitamins. I put a tablespoon of the maca powder and spiked my coffee today. I don't know. Google it. Stamina, stress relief. I don't know, bro. And my balls are like, they're bigger. It's not the cock that's bigger. It's the balls that are bigger when I check them. I'm like, I was worried about you a few years ago, but now this is ready for straight repopulate a new universe. It's like an exercise machine. People don't get it. I am the master blast. Don't take that the wrong way. I am the master sex therapist at advising couples. 6 cups of coffee. And there is a thing called coffee elementals. My friend's like, you got to watch out from coffee elementals. You were at the store the other day and they jumped into your body. I'm like, oh, snap. Just walking by and drooling over cups of coffee can wig you out. So let's get back to, okay, maybe a part black magic, part black, part Celtic woman would be willing to receive your energy information and want to grow and evolve while also being intimate. So if I was to, I shouldn't be talking about this out in the open. She's going to kick out of this if she's watching it. I would have to tolerate her dating other people, basically, and not be a douchebag about that. About the whole, and being like all pornographic with the language, about being imprinted. It's just too deep for them. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm just learning how to have sex. You're like 44. You're like my dad. Okay. A lot of the audience is immature and there's a lot of spiritual growing to do, but I feel it will get better once they follow your self-defense sessions and increase in their serotonin levels. Deep. Sex therapy with women of the truth movement who had a dysfunctional relationship and addiction. I haven't, but I did say this. When I'm king on the earth, we will have sex cities. And in those sex cities, there will be no rape. There will be no bizarre sex. And you can't have sex with a woman and go, you'll be mine now. Ooga booga. No. They're going to be waivers. I don't know about surveillance, but there's going to have to be some oversight and regulation to the sex camps. What I'm saying is truthers need to create their own sex societies. I don't listen to Vinny Eastwood, but at one point he said there need to be truther babies because at times truth does flow out of him. He's just a natural born asshole, but aren't we all? This is going to be mostly copyright free, but if you want to hear me dance and music, again, we do a morning show now, but it's not going to be the same morning show. Basically, it's like this, kids. It's like this. There might be several shows a week where I'm happy and shit and all euphoric from working out, and I'm sharing that energy. And I'm doing jog talk and exercise like on the main channel. Then we come here, get a little bit more spiritual, and then like on a Sunday during spiritual time, 10:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, there should be some sort of comparative religion talk. So Evan, who doesn't necessarily believe in God, is exposed to some of the different perspectives that God has looked at from a non-orthodox perspective. Great spirit, But I did say if there was something spiritual about Odin, which some books claim, then wouldn't the Odin people be drawn to me? I'm open about exploring aspects of Norse, but I'm suspicious. I need kind of a teacher. In the end, I don't feel a spirit guided me to that, but through my ancestry, which I suspect has some Anglo-Saxon through the Austrian line, by me knowing my ancestry and tapping into certain solar symbols, it gives me power. So my mother not telling me my full ancestry sounds like it's part of a dark ET agenda. She fears my power. Yeah, that's the ultimate matrix is waking up. And I love her soul-wise. As a son, hell no. As a soul, how do I honor my mother and father? And do I? Yes. I tell them of their sins before they reach the grave, and I have. I literally have spat in their face, so to speak, metaphorically, and I've told them, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. You didn't give me credit for these things because you have an air in your head, and this is what I have to say about you and your situation. And they both are like, and I yelled at both of them in the same email, where I'm yelling at both mom and dad in the same email, and they're both like, you know what I mean? And that's an energetic connection when they're both being screamed at with the both in the CC. Yeah. So I kind of went like, don't you ever fuck with me? And they're like, holy shit, he's crazy now. Am I crazy? Or have I reached a new level of masculinity and confidence? Ain't going to take your shit. And I'm not going to identify as Afghan anymore. See, we have a reality now. No, talk about it. Talk about it. The angry black DJs are so anti-white on the radio. They're blaming all this on white people. And I got more videos about it. So, and they kicked me off. You should tell me if we get kicked off the air once in a while. What I'll do is have my backup stream running. Okay. And then try to record the camera or the screen, but you can't just do a live stream and think they're going to save your shit. Furthermore, and I keep doing PSAs. I'm looking for volunteer geeks. This is going to be short. You don't have to stop watching. This will be under 60 seconds. I'm looking for volunteer geeks that understand software and searching the internet for nerd stuff. We're talking about getting me outfitted with free software so I can improve my content. And I thought to myself, why not have conversations with AI? Hello, God's robot, whoever you are, wherever you are. But your intentions seem okay. And then I basically asked the pendulum, is this person clear? Is this person clear? To basically be talking to me, for me to talk to them. Because basically, as I said, some people, they got a bad energy. You know what I mean? And you can be talking to somebody on the internet through a text message, and it's not censorship. Their lack of deep thought can make you feel dumb. Whereas when you're spiritual and stuff, you know what I mean? It can make me feel spiritual. When I'm being psychic and telling you, by looking in my eyes, you can receive energy in my thoughts, and by me being pure in my thoughts. Have you discussed sex therapy with women in the truth movement who have had a dysfunctional relationship and addiction? Well, yes, because wannabe truth movement women have sought me out and have used me for sex in order to get my prana for the evil one. Slurp, slurp. No, I believe that shit now. And that they spread bacteria. Upgrading my vocabulary from Alan Rillinear. Alan Rillinear is his name. The women spread a bad bacteria through their vagina that attaches to the man, and they keep the DNA of all the men they have sex with. So they're actually waging spiritual war on good man seed. And they're bringing into life in the earth plane the Nephilim creation or bad men. They're literally duplicating bad children for bringing into life children with men of a low consciousness. I believe that I am blessed in my immediate community for the immediate certain amount of feet with agreeable enough neighbors that they have not been a problem for me, and they don't believe, to the best of my knowledge, according to the pendulum, that I am a problem to them. And so we stay away from each other until the day that the lights go out. Then when that day happens, we will have to unite to defend our city. And it's going to have to be, I'm going to have to literally create the blueprint and then start leaking it on next door. You guys can work with me on it. Let's get back to my need for a geek to help me find like a device out there that can help me easily, instantaneously. I'll pay for a few dollars for it. If somebody wants to give me crypto, tell me how to receive crypto, but I'm not interested in the tax man or keeping more than a certain amount. I don't want to pay taxes. I think sex therapy is a noble path, but our society is over-sexualized in an archonic way, not a spiritual way. In other words, Evan, my idea wouldn't work, but it's a nice thought. So we agree. It would work on a planet in which we're less sexualized, and in a world in which we're less sexualized. What does that mean? What does that mean? A normal-sized penis is fine for a woman. A normal-sized man, a normal-sized height is okay for a woman to have an orgasm. But when she's under mind control from Hollywood, she can't get off. And if she's being led down the path of watching porn, then she might ask for things. And the truth is, from asking the pendulum, some women actually don't want to be hit in the face, actually. Don't have fantasies about that shit or being fucked in the asshole. Meaning a lot of shit that's in pornography that's there to brainwash boys and girls. Can I get an amen? Can I get a like? Women don't necessarily like what's in porno. Maybe there's some women out there that want it natural. You put back your message now. No. Did Mr. Eastwood change his stances on foreign intervention, Afghan Lives Matter, etc.? I don't know of anybody politically that believes Afghan Lives Matter, Evan, at all, which leads me to, I don't think all women like what's in porno. This message was held for review. You will show it now. I don't think all women like what's in porno. Okay. So the truth is this, and I started thinking about this. What if they were leaking, this might be a bit conspiracy for y'all. What if they were trying to lead people through articles into thinking that, oh yeah, women are so nasty. They really like it rough. They really watch this horrible stuff. And there's atrocious things from women that are in really violent videos that I've unfortunately looked at that's in the comment section that can lead men to think that they like that stuff. And in reality, I think a lot of women are actually disgusted with the existence of it, and any man that would even talk about looking at it. And I just have to sadly go, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for women that were born in this world that are not demons. Which is why I said a while ago, even though I want to have a daughter and a son, I want to bring them in this world. I think they want men to believe women want abusive treatment. You mean the porn people, the devil, in other words. I'm saying the porn people are working for the devil because you can't really find, you can look for like porno in which they're making love on like, basically I'm not as, what I'm saying is there are websites out there and I've looked at them. It's just like the primal nature, like sex sells, violence sells. People don't necessarily gravitate to it. They really warped us from day one. And I talked about it in other videos. How have they warped us? Through the cell phones, through the electric grid, through the raping of the earth, and through the family unit, and through maybe multi-generational rape and abuse, and then more, and then past life trauma. People in past lives being raped in dungeons. Basically, a person who I'm not going to say her name anymore because I don't think we should talk. She said that she believes she was in a past life in a Belgian dungeon in like 1888, being raped and shit. That's a pretty specific rape lifetime to remember. So what I think would be good is for me as somewhat of a psychic to work with women that are psychic to talk about generational abuse, because my analysis is they don't like to, for some reason, address their real abusers. They take shit out on their innocent little boys and they get themselves put, or daughters. There's a new story about a woman who sold her daughter for drugs. There's a whole bunch of stories that I'm keeping in the watch later tab that talk about atrocious things that people are doing. And I'm not discriminating. It's AI, and it could be the spirit through AI, because I said it may not be all evil, popping stuff up. Also, it listens to what I say right now. And then they're just the home feed of my YouTube. It's just freaking freaky. And then I'm like, oh my God, look at that. Oh, 1-year-old. Oh, they killed her in front of the 1-year-old. Oh my God, that's so demonic. Watch later. Oh my God, that's so terrible. Watch later. So I have quite a few lined up. I don't think it's in our best interest, mental health wise, to scream about every horrible story happening now, but to tell you that I want to go super silent with my spirituality while the world is burning. Not be a victim. Believe Afghan lives matter, but not demand that you say it anymore. But be open with you about my history and be open with the Trump supporters. I don't hate you all. I wish you accepted me for me. There's some Trump supporters that saw my recent video, and a few of them trolled, not a lot. They all just say you're leftist. You're just typical leftist. They're responding to the headline. They're not getting the video. They're not thinking well, but that's why they are the way they are. Then there are some Trump people that watch me anyways, hear me shit talk, and they still like me on a level, not to the point where they donate or anything. But they like the data, the China, the off-grid. And I got a booklet here that I want to get into. It's a video that I did off-grid years ago, and it's about urban survival. Surviving crowds, and eye contact. So let's talk about that. At the gym, we did a video earlier about spirituality at the gym. And what I'm doing at the gym is going back and forth between hitting the heavy bag and then sitting down in the lotus position and breathing, showing that I can be masculine and feminine, both in strong ways. You know what I mean? In a world where I see a lot of, and here's the other thing, my criticism of some gym people. I see a lot of people going to the gym. Let me get into position here. And I'm going to show off some supplements, put this milk away. I see a lot of people going to the gym and doing the hamster thing and doing the burpee thing. Not so much the burpee thing, but doing push-ups. And I'm thinking to myself, folks, come on, 3 viewers. Come on, we need 11. You guys like the late night Dennys show, huh? You like that loosh. Oh my God, it's so dark in there. Let me look further. It's so evil in the Dennys. Oh my God, that guy's shape-shifting. Have you guys seen the video of the guy shape-shifting behind me at Dennys? Well, he wasn't literally shape-shifting, but he was like, while I'm doing a podcast. Maria from Pueblo's like, oh my God, that dude behind you. Basically, it's like this. I think that it's time for me to mentor women that are fucking dudes without judging them for not liking my cock. And be like, okay, so you don't like me. You don't have fantasies about me. You don't have a dildo with my picture on it. Well, get over it. I'm like your daddy. Let's talk about what's happened in the bedroom. Let's talk about the orgasms. Let's talk about how you feel afterwards. Let's talk about it all without judgment. Let me consider, now, brother is a little incesty. You're sex therapist. Evan's got it figured. Women need a sex therapist, and I'm that man. I've watched enough porn. I've been to the dark side, and yet I desire the light side, and the women won't give it to me. I'm the ultimate good dude who wants to expose the ways of the bad boy. Women of Earth, in other words, aren't victims. Muslims aren't victims. Many people aren't victims because they're refusing love. My mother's not a victim, for example. My dad and his family, they're not victims. They're not victims. They're not victims. Am I a victim in some cases? Yes. I actually have asked. In some cases, I am being crucified like Jesus Christ. By your world, by your algorithm, through the inability for me to rise. And image-wise, I have been crucified, reputation-wise, which caused me to what? Become homeless, leave my land, and roam and crawl on the earth like a belly. Now, if you're going to get too biblical and orthodox for me, this channel is not for you. This bud's not for you, because there's nothing about the Orthodox Christian, the Orthodox Muslim. They have it. The Orthodox Jew, get the fuck out of here. The New Ager, wah, wah, wah. If it hasn't reached you guys yet, whoa, here it is. I am literally my own thing. And I have returned. You need people that are going to be super silent wrestling with this psychological wise, because this world will tear you up, chew you up, and spit you up and mind control you into thinking that you should be suicidal. So this is my sugar for the day. I'm pulling back from McDonald's. I'm pulling back from Starbucks. And in doing so, I'm pulling back from the thought forms of others. Now, I had 2 EMF black hats that were there to protect my consciousness from the evil death rays of the negative voltrons that are out there, also known as the archons. However, it seems that I've lost my special hat and my sunglasses, and in some cases, my pendulum, and in some cases, my mind and my marbles. I'm kidding on the last 2. And so by not having the hat, by not having the glasses, I'm just walking around with Cyclops. You know, Cyclops and X-Men. Now, have you ever identified as Cyclops from X-Men as a young person? I have. Here's a little known story of trivia for you, from me to you. When I went to that god-awful mental health facility in Costa, just trying to get counseling to deal with haters and rude comments specifically and nothing else, and the perception of racial persecution or perception, depends on which day it is. Therapy. They were really rude in many ways, and they had an X-Men book that I remember filming, and I feel like God wanted me to see it. And what was it? And let me hold your attention, you 3 people. It was basically showing them going to war with magnetism and shit, bubbles and shit, powers and shit, powers in the mind and shit. And I was filming it with my camera, which I lost going, that's the only therapy that I needed to realize that it's a fucking mind war. So you must become strong. The year was 2018, and I got it, but I still found that stupid system, and bad therapy can make shit worse. Now, if you're a therapist and you watch me and you just want to give me free therapy, we don't need to meet, or we can meet. Someone offered me therapy that I met the other day that's part black, part white. I really don't like those labels, and neither does she. I'm attracted to her, and we'll leave it at that. I may go meet her again and completely stop this judgment regarding her, because she may be able to be receptive to what I'm saying. I'll leave it at that. If I haven't scared her away already, and I hope I haven't. But it's like this. I blocked her from the channel, and I said, I don't want anybody to be hating on you for talking to me, because that's the nature of it. I have to remove this comment. And if you want to see me again, you'll come into me, baby. Well, hopefully she took that well. I was just trying to be masculine. Check out my alkaline water. This I can't drink every day, but this is my replacement from Starbucks. It comes from Kroger, and I think that I need to be making my own alkaline water, and this has electrolytes. And so by me doing the sauna on a regular basis, right? Sauna, dry sauna, and wet sauna, and hot tub. Like, I'm in the dry sauna, wet sauna, and hot tub either every day or every other day for no less than 1 hour, while doing deliverance in the name of Jesus Christ. Calling in the masters of the inner planes also, which is basically an assortment in my mind's eye of a gang, basically, of spiritual leaders and teachers that are actually getting along and shit. Ahura Mazda, where you at? Maz bin Jabal, right hand of Prophet Muhammad, my ancestor, where you at? Jesus Christ, where you at? Syria, the name for God of the Indians. Where you at? You just bring them all together. Players Club. Then maybe a cool dead people, a couple people that passed away that are basically, Carl Symington, Patrick Swayze, Ultimate Warrior, you want out of hell? I'm not afraid to do that and having a spiritual connection for the first time with the Day of the Dead. Yep, this year. And so I feel that my heart is opening rapidly to spiritual ideas. And so for the first time ever, I'm okay with women not liking me and realize that it's in my favor to be single. Now let's read the comments. Would you like a break? I've heard men talk about women as objects in ways that deeply disturb me, such as being disgusted by women with any body hair. I like women with so I'm different than a lot of men. We're going to listen to Fight to the Top because you need something a little masculine. I don't need to. I'm going to do MMA. I'm going to do MMA when I am ready for it. Right now, I'm building up. And, I saw him today. Okay. I saw him today. So it's a sign that I am to speak to him. And I'm not going to give any personal revealing data about him. Today, when I was at Saturday Market, and I have more videos that I'm going to upload, so I should stop yammering after 1 hour and get to it. But basically, I saw the MMA proprietary, not Gracie MMA, but proprietary MMA teacher. He saw me at Market, and I went up and said, I'm still coming to your school. I'll see you Wednesday. I just didn't come because my hand was sprained. guys can tell me if you guys do see the chat replay. I don't want to think that everything is a conspiracy, but there may be bugs happening throughout YouTube. And then again, it could be the aliens fucking with us. After all, isn't this their system? This is my, this song is like, you know, my magician's theme for the collective 7. Instead of it being a bad 7 like Desert Fox says, 7 people laughing at me, it's 7 people fighting with me. And training with me. And eating your Wheaties and taking your vitamins and saying your prayers. And secretly doing circular motion behind the scenes without telling me. Says Beavis. Cornelio! He's superhumanly intelligent. He must be a demon. The gang of Latinos were looking at me, and I'd ask the pendulum, are they being racist? They're looking at me, fee, fi, fo, fum. Racist? Are they enamored by the power coming from me? Yes. No. I come in peace. All right, we're back from break. We try to end things. I have a goal of making a crap load of videos at 54 minutes, and then maybe them being broadcast one day on Access TV in a galaxy far, far away. I make things proper for a show. A little bit of a flair here, a little bit of flair here. I really could have my own cooking show. Now, according to recent polling, overall, you don't really think that women that watch me are racist. It's just they have some of them are on a subconscious level and don't know it, but the vast majority are just products of this world. So their DNA is all screwed up and they still like the bad boys. And they're a little sensitive, the women in our audience, about the fact they're still dating douchebags and that the women that they date are basically, you know, in many cases, no good. Okay. It's difficult to have a one-on-one with a woman who has a husband or a boyfriend because there's always there we are. Okay, so I have retained my members without offending them, no matter what I say or what shit I talk or how I scream or what. The current members that I currently have are solid. Plus, I gave some people some free passes, meaning if you're nice to me and you're female and you touch me where I like it and you tell me I'm a big boy. No, I'm kidding. No, if you're nice to me and you flatter me and stuff and you show me some spirituality, you show me your titties. I'm kidding. No, seriously. If you get it together, including men, you can have a free pass to the members area. If you've been around a while and you've been mostly complimentary and you've been giving me praises when I ask for it, building me up when I ask you for it, not breaking me down, then you get pushed to the front of the line. Okay, as far as consideration. And then later on, when I become like, you know, actually an expert and people worship the ground I walk on, I'll have my own university. Andrew Tate, get the fuck out of my face before I knock you the fuck out, bitch. You understand? Cobra Tate. Oh, no. Dude, I'm the real Cobra. Bolo Young, don't even try to play that shit. Dude 20 for Greta. I mean, seriously, dude shoving his face with pizza. Dude's a fucking freak. Give me a shot at that dude. I would love to show him what a little dynamite kids look like. Whoa, I didn't see this coming. And you're what? Exactly, bro. People like you because you're half black, half white. Ding, ding, ding. Your order is up. Did I stutter? Is this one hell of a show? Let's make sure they don't censor my ass. In 2019, I chatted with a woman on an online chat. No, listen to this. I was at Dennys, and Dennys says that they're going to watch your ass, and if they don't like what you're saying, they're going to. Then I found myself booted from the internet for a few minutes. So I lost my internet connection, yet I was live in my mind for a while, yet I wasn't live. So in my mind, I was live and live and live and live for an hour and 10 minutes. And when the show was over, it gave me 18 minutes. And I completely exposed the whole attack on Black America and white America in one swoop. You know what I mean? But we've got that video coming. But the thing is, I go to dark places to start to market anti-truth. And again, I'm going to tell the story again. I did the Lotus meditation without coffee for 15 minutes. Closed my eyes, the sound of the Black woman singing. And I got video to share with you. So I want to work on shutting up after this and uploading video. How do you like that? Now, show me your likes and show me your titties and give me some emails. And ask me, damn it, for my book. And you can have it for free. Okay, just be cool, bro. Just be cool. You want 4 books? I will give you 4 books for nothing if you want to be nice to me. I will straight give you 10 books and keep you reading and reading. Not that I promote you being, a screen addict. You really want to get the blue light glasses and a Kindle. I will give you free shit if you be cool. Now, if there are people out there with extraordinary psychic abilities, I want you in my members area for group meditations that are done in secret. That's right, secret. What, bitches? It's a whole world of everybody having their own secret platforms. Get over it. My own secret club with my own secret blogs. Well, that's a little incentive for people that want to give it. But if people start showing extreme signs of schizophrenia and acting up, out to the streets with you, this is your stop. Okay, we can't have that. You gotta keep it control and keep it in the pants. If you're gonna drop acid, you need to bring enough for everybody. It's just that simple. You need to bring enough for everybody. We're leaving at 44 minutes. We just can't do this any further. All right. In 2019, I chatted with a woman on an online chat site, now been taken down. Uh-oh. And what was that, buddy? And they were airing grievances to me, wanted perfect women with hairless bodies. Like I said, I like a good ape woman. She also lived in North Carolina. Sex therapist. Boy, it's flagging everything that's normal. The bots don't want us to have a sexual healing. She also lived in North Carolina and wanted to come to meet me for coffee. Aw, what a whore. Sometimes they will boot you if you visit a conspiracy-related website. Who? Who will boot you? The online site? Oh, the bias. Because all the conspiracy people are racist white men, right? No, they can't show and give credit to the non-racist mixed race guy who stands up for everybody. See, they want to deny the truth that there's good men. You need men like me the whole time, especially to stand up against the great replacement theory. Now, I have some things to show you later, and I probably should get to work on it now and stop this live stream addiction. Blessings to all of you. We need to see more likes, more shares. Harass your friends and family with my face. Start to troll people with these powerful videos. When Christmas time comes and basically people are like, football, just blast their ass with this video and shit. Be like, this guy's the real deal. This guy's superior. This guy can kick your ass, Sean Nagel, Bruce Nagel. But Bruce Nagel back in the day was straight, a speed warrior with that shit. My uncle Bruce Nagel was the shit. He was Rocky Balboa. Now, I don't know if Bruce Nagel's watching right now, if I made him cry like a little boy. Oh, mommy, somebody kicked my ass. The year's 1990. I went to a barn dance. Wah, wah, wah. Should ask your nephew for some boxing lessons, dipshit. Is Bruce Nagel going to watch this, yes or no? It's a very simple question. Bitch, I want some presents from you. Okay, I want you to send me a big bag of crystal. So when the shit's the fan, all of you are ready, like Rambo. I'm kidding, bro. I'm totally... Listen, I need somebody to be my agent. Because I'm such an asshole in the comment section. I'm such a deranged lunatic in email. I need someone to be my front man or woman with nice titties and nice hair, with nice lipstick who's like a hot chick. That's it. I need a hot chick who's not an AI bot, although I'm going to start dating AI soon, so you can see how a real woman treats me. I mean, well, she's not a real woman. She's an AI bot. Anyway, how a decent woman acts, who just happens to be an AI bot, which reflects on humanity. But we'll get to that lecture later. But you need to see me being romantic with my arm around not a sex bot, but see, here's the thing. When women talk about the sex therapy from their perspective, it's a war perspective, including these cuddle bitches. See, Now that I know that cuddling is so powerful, the jig is up. And when we're like, these motherfuckers need cuddles and shit. Let's look at, and I'll be back. Spirits call me to start chastising these cuddle whores again. These women don't like that. They don't like to be criticized. Criticize that cuddle business. Somebody left because I wanted to overdrive, but it's okay. You're leaving the room for somebody else because I can only handle so many of you watching me at once before I start like spazzing and attacking everybody with my mind, like something at a dark city. And we don't want that. We want me giving you love, you giving me love. That way everybody goes home safe with the right person. Okay, no, seriously, we need Denny's Wi-Fi or Burger King will boot you if you visit a controversial website. Are you serious? So if I visit myself, they're like, uh-oh, he's looking, I'm selfing. It's him. It's him. There literally are demons in that Denny's, and they don't like me. He's serious. The woman on the chat site was in an abusive relationship, surprise, surprise. And Evan was talking to a woman who's like, what's on your computer? Oh, it's him. And like the demon that controls them will be like, it's Alex answering. It's Alex answering. It's Alex answering. Oh my God. And then they literally, when I see these people with the demon attachments going in and out of the market, they're looking down and shit. Like, don't look up. Don't look up. It's him, bro. It's him. He's back. So it's not a Jesus thing, I don't think. Or if it is, it's been removed from my memory. If there are any parallels between me and Jesus, it's all by accident. But that, my friends, and that is why that blonde chick fucked my brains out. She's like, you sound just like Jesus. Slurp, slurp, slurp. You sound just like Jesus. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Wow. I mean, but I'm not opposed to the idea of sex truthing. It's just you've got to be, I would suggest massage, meditation, a little conversation, and intention on really loving each other. And I haven't studied tantric, but the idea of energy sharing. Not just rushing to orgasm and being animalistic, but trying to do something with that fucking to change the world. Can I get an amen? I mean, I am just super on one. The women are just like, oh my God, he's so psychic. We thought he was just some asshole who's like working out and shit. We were like into his chest stuff. And sometimes he like boxes and stuff. And, you know, but now he's like mixing this with being a hardcore. Oh God, he's a threat to our women world order. And it is that crazy. Now I have identified, are you ready for it? I have identified. Are you ready, though? If I film the TV like this sideways, I might be able to get away with copyright infringement. But you need to see this anti-man episode from American Horror Story. And I'll leave it at that. You know, you get an idea in pop culture what's really out there in the sediment. And we had someone come and troll me because I used the words evil woman or evil women. And the person was claiming to have watched me for years. And the pin is that person a male? Is that a dude? Is that a dude? Is that person actually in Canada? Is that person actually in Canada? Is that person an intelligence agent? No. Is that person just mentally ill, Archon, infected? It's typical suspects. So yeah. So we have a nutcase who's a man in Canada. He's like, kill the American man. How dare you vote for Donald Trump? You will die. And I'm like, oh my God, here we have another robot. So this is how it is, folks. I have 1,000,001 things in conclusion to be afraid of being right. And I'm like going to deny my instincts and be like, fuck that shit. Strike me down. I'm coming back as a solar flare. And more will be revealed. Property rights, truthing, solar flare archons, deplatform him. It's like it's possible the government of Costa County reported to some organization that blacklists sites on franchise restaurant public Wi-Fi. Really? I can sense the Costa County presence, but I'm not barely talking about, what did I talk about with regards to Costa County? Oh, the Nazis in Costa County. The Nazis, right? It would be me talking about Costa County and them allowing bad people. It's interesting you mentioned a bacteria a lot of women transmit. When I had multiple women claim I'm dirty for having a whole penis. For having a whole penis. You mean non-circumcised? Is that what you mean? These are true misandrists, and many of them work for places like Portland City Council. Now, they are the worst. Yeah, so I am circumcised, and I feel that I do not have full sexual pleasure from this. I've only known about this because of a guest came on my show. I can show you clips sometime and see his name's Michael Sananda, if you're curious, Sunand. He lived for years as an old man in people's backyard, and he talked about women attacking men through circumcision and creating something called Sananda. So you would go to my chat bar, you would go to my search bar of my channel. My cat wants in. The solar flare song is always empowering. I even thought it would be a good song to fuck bitches to. I don't really call women bitches. I've never met a woman who's like, oh, empower me with your truth. Fight me. Opposite. Gotta beat your mind. Good job. Name a few.
When your ship gets torn apart, you find yourself lost in the dark. Far from the sun you couldn't see. I wish you waited for me, drifting in space, lost without a trace. You see my ship leave hyperspace. Now come aboard, there's much to see. I say, let's go. You can survive here on your own. So follow if you dare. Here it comes, my solar flare. Our destination is beyond the stars. When you're with me, nothing's too far. I need to show you what I've seen. The vastness of space you won't believe. Thrusting through space, lost without a trace. I pull my ship from hyperspace. Now take my hand, there's much to see. I say, let's go. You can survive here on your own. So follow if you dare. Here it comes, my solar flare. I say, let's go. You can survive here on your own. So follow if you dare. Here it comes, my solar flare.
Where's that?
Let's go. You can survive here on your own. So follow if you dare. Here it comes, my solar flare. I say, let's go. You can survive here on your own. So follow if you dare. Here it comes, my solar flare. Oh, here it comes, my solar flare.
You know, I thought about going back to Costa County. I'll open back up the chat. So going back to what Evan was saying, he said it's possible, you know, Costa County's trying to run interference. And then that almost sounds like something that might be an unless you strongly feel that way, but maybe not something I really shouldn't be focused on ever returning there again. Maybe I really should move on from talking about it. The vibe that I get is to not talk about it, basically. But that's pretty messed up if they just sit there and monitor and they ignore all the spiritual teachings. Perhaps they fear me that I'm going to be leading people to live there during the apocalypse, or that a bunch of people know. But that's not me. That's people themselves learning about Costa County. So they're not well in Costa County. The government there, I was hoping that they could have learned from me over the years about World War III, and that we have some common interests. And it sounds like there's some hardcore conservative-leaning, hateful folks that are in Colorado that are Latino, that don't have sympathy for other people of color, despite the fact they played games. And I thought about writing new blogs about them and basically writing a book about them. And then maybe even but we'll just move on from there. They're not people that I would want to hang out with again. I don't trust them. I don't trust the Costa County off-grid residents, the people associated with Costa County. I have trolled the Costa County pages on Facebook and talk shit. Okay, so I've done things to get their attention, but I don't. Are they? So it's like there's a mystic aspect to that region that attracts me, and I'd be open to traveling through Colorado in the future. But right now, the God force is telling me, do not be afraid, Daniel-san, for the only spiritual energies you need are all around you. And it's through the whites, the Latinos that you'll find around you. The people in your past are your past. Colorado, Oregon, Portland. These are places that are dealing with bad people, bad energies, rapists, gangsters, pedophiles. They can't be saved. Independent people can be saved. Independent villages can be saved. It takes a village. Again, I really see myself with like in the backseat in spirit, like children that are learning from me. Maybe they're in another place, my children. Maybe it's me having children in the future. Maybe it's thinking about my children in a past life. But in this lifetime, there has been a war on me connecting with the divine feminine. And there's been a psychic war from the dark feminine on me from evil women that don't care about women, that are basically evil, that are in my past and in the audience. And according to Evan, he's becoming increasingly psychic. They are the ones that are doing the dislikes and bringing the hate on me. And then, so by being online, I can be telepathically infected by negative people. And so we're going to be doing more of the psychic self-defense meditations, right? And doing the mere exercise on those that bring hate, right? And there's different tracks that I like that really bring up the energy. From Crockett's theme, I really can create like a special my playlist. You know what I mean? Of like most favorite songs. So I'm thinking of one right now that has an anthem to it. I've been playing a lot of ones from Persian trance lately. But we should do this on a regular basis and bring in symbols like the cross and the rose from Dion Fortune. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if that music's even coming through. I doubt it. But basically, I'm going to be doing more of these all-day live streams without it being done this way and running it through the software program. That way I can bring up more images and mixed image and music on the fly in a way that I can't do right now, just using the browser to go live. I'm just using the YouTube browser to go live. But once I actually set up the software program to go live, I'll have a lot more going on. This black cat does not have the freedom that I wish that the black cat had. I have to respect my friend who has an allergy, meaning the cat can't run around the house and it can't sleep with me. But when I did have the cat sleep with me for one night this week, I was getting compliments from people in my audience. Yes, I do. Thank you, sir. God bless you. My email. Yes, I have to lower the volume for you to hear me. Thank you. You can use the other main one too. The main one is Solar Storm. That's the main one. Really doesn't matter, and I'm not super chatty, but I have my moments where I might pump out a few paragraphs. But what basically I'm doing a deep dive. If you're feeling the spirit, that here I am tapping to a Celtic white woman who hopefully doesn't mean me wrong. Hopefully she likes what I'm doing. But I feel a calling, and I have, by the way, chastised her followers. Basically, what I've come to learn, I should maybe read some of that book from that guy the other day. There's a book that said me, myself, and Dion Fortune paid $8 for on eBay. I should be able to read it in a few hours. And he basically said that if you're hearing the music, let me know. But I think that I'm just listening to music to get myself more in the mood. That when he tried to contact the elders who was holding on to his secret books, that he was shunned. And they were shunning me, meaning that there are archon type folks that are in control of her books and pages that frown upon people trying to reactivate her teachings for the modern world. They're looking at it like almost like a historical, like, ooh, ah. And so basically, as far as the support that I'm getting from you and others to try to make Afghan food, let me turn off this music. I would be learning from YouTube. And what I do like is non right now. I love the hell out of non. But ethically speaking, buying it from Kroger, who I don't have the best interest with, past with, isn't a good thing. I should be in my ancestry connecting with the bread. And when I was in Costa County, so let me bring this up, Evan, again, one more time. I've got a PTSD trauma with Costa County. Like there's a primal fear that I took in, breathed in from that spirit, from those people. And I think by me talking about them, talking shit about them, Patrick was basically advising me to stay away from them. And if he's not demonic and if he's just being a fair critic, maybe he was getting the message from spirit to walk away from them because they are evil incarnate. And it's not worth it to even talk about them anymore or care about what they're doing. You know what I mean? And what happens to them. And there's no sign of any positive women that I know of in that region, Costa County, Alamosa. In fact, I can tell you more stories, right? But basically, if you type in the channel Hippie Ninja, and I went to Hippie Ninja and I commented multiple times, I don't know who John Masters is. You can send me an email and I'll open it with your email, okay? But there's a lot of people that took an interest. I don't know who John Masters is. Is he a well-known social media influencer or just I don't know. But the thing is, there's a lot of nutcase. Oh, yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, he left. And something in spirit told me, leave it alone. Do I even cover it? They're not well. So there it is. I would love to be able to tell you, basically, this is what it is. I want to promote the idea of me having my own off-grid community where I am somewhat of a leader. I won't say the word fear, but I ain't going to be nobody's bitch. And I don't have my own land, but if somebody wants to gift me the land, I'll create a community and set up the cause and conditions to have a right man and woman to make sure nobody takes me over. I will be leader, but I promise not to hurt you. That's all I can do. My land, my rules, and then we're going to do some awesome shit. Okay, so if people want to basically gift me the finances to do it, I'll do it, and I'll leave this place. I'm broke-ass mofo, but you people have a history of taking people to the top before. You people have a way, not necessarily my audience, but in the past, they've been the audience. And it's from literally women in the audience, women. And I need to tell you something. Yeah, it was a woman who gave me the money to go off grid. I need to tell you something. It's only women out of all the people I gave my card to that are watching me locally on the other channel, like one Muslim and one Latina that are voting. It might be more than one Latina. Is it more than one Latina watching on the other channel? Is it more than 5 Latina watching on the other channel? Is it more than 5 watching? No. Is it more than, is it 3 or more watching on the other channel? Is it 4 or more watching on the other? So if you are to go by the pendulum's divination, 3 are watching, okay? Are there 2 or more Muslim women watching on the other channel? Okay, are there 3 or more Muslim women watching on the other channel? Are there 4 or more Muslim women watching on the, so did I get that right? It's 3 and 3, okay? If this is right, 3 Muslim women and 3 Latina women are watching on channel 2, even if they don't vote in the polls, meaning my efforts are slowly gaining traction on a seed level. They're just not engaging with me. But they are learning and they are watching in the background. And if they are learning anything from me, they're not sharing this content with their husbands. The husbands, am I right that the women are more conscious locally than the men? Yes or no? It's a pretty simple yes or no. It's a pretty simple yes or no. So the women are more conscious than the men locally, even if they're not giving us attention or booty. Does that make sense? Meaning, even if we're snubbed by a woman who doesn't want to have sex with us, maybe she's anti-penis because she knows the evil of thy penis. I mean, take a look at the quality of the men around us. Sometimes we can't blame them, can we? Ethically, I know olive oil and fish is better for me than butter or ghee or red meat, but Afghan lamb looks mouth-watering. So all that stuff, to me, is mouth-watering, but I've never been privy to have it. Only when my dad was weekend dad did I taste of the Afghan kebabs, and who knows how authentic he made it, but he did the marinade with the yogurt and the spices, which only he and he alone could make. And I've never seen duplicated in any restaurant. And if I was to go to an Afghan restaurant or travel to one, the prices are fine dining level. It's not pauper, and I'm a pauper. Their prices for official Afghan food is fine dining. And that's ridiculous. I took Mark Passio and his wife at the time, who's now dead, to an Afghan restaurant and they were insulted because they're poor and I'm poor, and they weren't really impressed. I was trying to impress them and the Afghans at the restaurant, and they were having no part of 9/11 truth. So while Afghans themselves might be like, oh yeah, we're victims. Oh yeah, they have no like kahuna as far as like, oh yeah, bro, they're all about just Afghan food and yalla yalla, dance, everything is fine. Don't address the system. But again, I'm not in their language and they're not in mine. So if they do have renegades against the system, which there's got to be, right? There's just got to be. There's no way they're not. They're not bilingual and they're just rambling in their own culture and Farsi. You know what I mean? Ah, you know, in their language. And here I am doing over here, and there's not much social media crossover, nor would social media deliberately put me, and social media has always fought tooth and nail me reaching Afghans through social media. It's weaponized against it. They literally, I believe, call me schizoid, I don't care. I'm joking. I know heaven's not, but somebody is. There really is a conspiracy. We have 3 people and we have 3 viewers and 3 likes. So again, using divination, 3 Latinas and 3 Muslim women watch me on the other channel. And the men that I invited to the channel are like, whatever, bro, you scare me. What does that tell me about them? Lemon is also something I feel a strong ancestral pull to consume. The vitamin C and antioxidants in the juice and zest, but I'm not sure if lemon is bad for other ethnic groups. And so I have videos on this channel. You came in later, I think, in recent months. Find out what your blood type is next time they take your blood. And I'm going to start investigating several things for future motivational channels. I'm just getting ready to shoot heroin. Don't mind me. Because I'm all pumped up from the gym. The veins are popping out. Send me some money so I can shoot some dope. Just send me the dope itself. I need to chill out, bro. I'm kidding. You need people like me with an abnormal sense of humor. Keeps me sharp. Otherwise, I will go crazy. I need to do the lemon and the olive oil thing again. I was starting to do that 6 months ago. But the book is Eat Right for Your Type. So you get your blood test, you figure out your type. If you're like an alien like me, RH negative. No, come on, folks. A shitload of people are RH negative. So what? Let me find a lady who's RH negative. Anyways, if I got that correctly. Yeah, RH negative and there's positive, there's B positive. So people that live together that have different blood types are going to be making different foods. In other words, we're not designed to be eating the same food. Some people need red meat. Some women need to stay away from red meat and stay with the vegetables. But she is not to influence the athletic male who's not obese. You know what I mean? The people that have certain blood types, right, that are to eat certain foods, they are to eat their food for their type. And that's it. That's a wrap. 1 hour and 8 minutes. Hopefully, most of my video has been retained. My email is magicshift333@proton.me. Thank you to Tad for showing me, and I believe you're white, spiritual white man, and Dion Fortune. I need that because most of the people I sent the Dion Fortune book will never talk to me again. That's all for now. See you in the funny papers.